What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more The Cure, and we're returning to Faith 1981, though this is the 2005 remaster. Shout out again to Philip for sharing. And the next tune is Primary. It's a single word title, those are quite tough to get a read on. I would say the previous reaction, I was pleased how close some of my thoughts about the lyrics and themes I picked up on were to the meaning that people described in the comments. And I do believe a couple folks mentioned that going throughout the album we'll have more on this theme about religion and philosophy and personal interaction or lack thereof with that. So my brain is going in that direction, but ultimately primary refers to order or sequencing or majority, the degree of coverage or significance, meaning if something is primary, then it is more important, more encompassing, or more significant than secondary, tertiary, and other levels that would be described after that. So it does seem like we're referencing multiple entities, whatever those entities may be, and also preference or dominance or significance. Again, even if the idea that this may relate to religious activities, culture, and or psychology is relevant, there's still a lot of different directions you could go with that. I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is The Cure, the track is Primary, and it's from their 1981 album Faith. Some tempo. Guitar and bass line doing similar things.
The innocence of sleeping children, just being white and slowly dreaming, stops all time. So my steps have start to blur, so many years have filled my heart. I never thought I'd say those words. Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go?
letting off steam as it breaks down. It really was. Wow, so I heard lots of phrases along the way. I'm not sure how it all connects, but I feel like we are again referencing the passing of time and thoughts and indeed dreams, talking about children dreaming in their sleep and seemingly in a particular room, use of color, red and yellow combined, but I think maybe the room was referenced as blue, him saying he never thought he'd hear himself say a particular phrase, which at first when I heard it, I was like, oh, is it I love you? Because sometimes people feel, they're very guarded about using that phrase, but then they find themselves in that position. But then it felt like maybe we're talking in relation to what the kids are dreaming and maybe what they're taught or what they're thinking in their youth when they're brought up in a certain way, and then maybe saying something that at that earlier time they never would have imagined themselves saying when they become mature and an adult and begin thinking more for themselves. I don't know if that's a holdover because I'm still thinking about the religious themes and the concepts invoked in the first track. But sonically, I love it. It's a bit more like their punk sound from the first couple albums, the first album in particular, although a bit more polished, a bit more clean and less raw sounding, I would say. I love the way the guitar and the bass were both doing this double time rapid fire rhythm, in some cases together, and then in other cases the guitar standing out more, but the bass still providing the foundation. Smith's vocals, really love those two verses in the latter stages, or at least the latter half of the track, where he came in with some gusto and some power. Then there was that section near the end where the vocals were very removed and put behind a lot of the sonic, so it was sort of echoed as if someone was singing in a different part of the room. I don't, again, quite know what to make of the reference to colors, but tones, both chromatically and sonically, seem to fluctuate or infuse different sections of the tune, so a really compelling one, even though I'm not quite sure what it's about. And yes, ultimately, this sounds like what I heard in the earliest stages of their work, but I can feel more development and more honing in on their particular style and sonic avenue, if you will. So a really cool one, a short one. I feel like it was maybe 3 minutes or so long. A little bit over that, just slightly more than 3 minutes. So yeah, short, to the point, but also energetic, fast, which again, I listen to a lot of punk rock, and although I wouldn't call this punk, I certainly would call it punk flavored pop rock, and or perhaps like indie rock. Indeed, I feel like the sound is more indie rock. I don't know if by this point they're on one of the major labels and therefore you wouldn't necessarily call them an indie group, but definitely more music outside the mainstream in the stylings, even if by this point they were becoming more known. So yeah, a top tune. Looking forward to hearing what people have to say about it. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.